Tonight, fears are stoked due to confirmation of new coronavirus in Martinique. Prime Minister Alain Chastanet meets with cruise line executives to discuss clearance protocol for coronavirus. And as her brother's birthday approaches, a grieving sister says she is still advocating for justice 6 years after his killing. We have the details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night, it is Friday the 6th of March 2020. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We're on Flow, channel 117. The broadcast is also being simulcast on Kiss FM. You can watch via our mobile app or on our Caribbean Hot 7 Facebook page. I am Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. On Thursday, the 5th of March, Martinique confirmed 2 cases of new coronavirus or COVID-19. According to reports out of the French territory, confirmation of the virus was made by the Martinique University Hospital late Thursday afternoon. The 2 cases are said to be under control. This is not the first recorded case in the Caribbean region. Last week, there were 2 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in French St. Martin, 5 in French Guyana, and 1 in St. Bart's. Globally, there have been over 98,000 confirmed cases with over 3,000 deaths. While he is understanding of the limitations which face Caribbean countries during disease outbreaks due to the tourism-based economies and intra-regional travel, the Public Relations Officer of the Gros Islet Minibus Owners Association, Thomas St. Louis, believes that the presence of the virus in the region is a call to action for health officials to seriously prepare the island and its people for an outbreak of COVID-19. Jacques Wooding reports.
Drivers' concerns have peaked with news of 2 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Martinique. According to St. Louis, the news from St. Lucia's closest neighboring island should be a call to action for health authorities to mobilize given the increased likeliness of exposure to the virus. However, in the meantime, he encourages minibus drivers to take initiative and utilize the wealth of information already available in the media. Clip. Driver expressed his concerns for the health and safety of himself.
We, the minibus drivers, the transportation sector to be exact, are very concerned due to the fact that the virus now have hit home, which is the closest, neighbor to us, which is neighboring Martinique. We, the minibus drivers, on a daily basis have to interact with a lot of French nationals, persons from Martinique. And this is very worrisome for us because we, associate ourselves, we mingle with them, or, we transport them. And those persons, again, come and sit on our buses among all other passengers. This is very worrisome for us. I do not know what the authorities have to say on that particular matter, but for us, the transportation sector, the minibus drivers, I do believe we have to be very vigilant.
Clip. As the coronavirus continues to spread, 4 Caribbean territories have...
I do believe being so close to home, which is Martinique, it is a bit of a concern for us because it is just too close. And I do believe we might just be next. And what are we going to do if it do hit home? That's the next question. I would like more to be done in terms of sensitizing the public. Medical people, personnel should, make it their duty to inform the public as to if you see somebody showing any signs, to just at least stay as far away from that person as possible.
Of the dreaded virus, none of which have been fatal to date. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
Former Health Minister Dr. Keith Mandezi believes the risk of coronavirus reaching St. Lucia's shores has been greatly increased following 2 confirmed cases in neighboring Martinique. According to former Health Minister Dr. Keith Mondesi, the prevention and containment of COVID-19 should be of highest priority to local health authorities, while there is still time to increase the island's preventative measures. According to the former Health Minister, while it is important to know the individual's travel history, it is equally important to know their nationality. He urged authorities to delve into the 2 confirmed cases in Martinique and to determine how they managed to fall through the cracks.
If I was the Minister of Health or I was advising the government, I would have severe, strict surveillance on every single port, especially in the north at the marina. And we cannot wait any longer to head there and there to prepare a place in case that comes. In my opinion, the 2 areas I see feasible, it's either the Vieux-Fort area or Dennery. I would prefer Dennery Hospital to convert it into an area in case we get any cases for isolation and to quarantine.
Dr. Mondesi laments the lack of financial capacity to handle a viral outbreak in St. Lucia, and he stands by the mantra, prevention is better than cure.
We are too small a population. We do not have the resources, both financially and medically, to entertain such a virus.
Globally, there are over 90,000 cases of new coronavirus and over 3,000 people have died as a result. 2 different church denominations are lending their voice to the ongoing COVID-19 discussions that has been the #1 topic around the globe since the beginning of the new year. With a number of gestures and traditions in existence within the different Christian denominations, including the sign of peace and Holy Communion, Hot 7 sought to find out whether the different churches are doing their part in the fight to keep the virus out of St. Lucia and from spreading. Secretary of the World Day of Prayer, Margaret Ampadu, said she is hoping for the best.
We are praying for the entire world. We are praying for St. Lucia, and we're praying that God, by the grace of God, we will not. And we are also encouraging people to take the precaution measures that we've been hearing about, so that we will be able to not to get.
Ampadu said steps have been taken to ensure that members of the congregation do not contribute to the spread of any illnesses.
We will have to find a way of doing it. Even right now, when we came in the service, there was a portion that we have to go around, greet people shaking hands, but we didn't do that. We just sang the song and we stood where we are, we wave people, we smile at them and those things. So we're trying our best as people of God to be able to do what we are being told to do.
Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Alan Chastanet, is currently in Miami with the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sharon Belmar-George, and Chief Environmental Officer, Parker Ragananan, for a meeting with Carnival Corporation and Royal Caribbean Chief Operating Executives. The objective of the meeting is to establish a health clearance protocol between the Ministry of Health and the cruise lines amidst the growing threat and transmission of new coronavirus in the Caribbean and Latin America. On the agenda is the discussion of mutual concerns in relation to the measures and policies that the government of St. Lucia has enforced to ensure the health and safety of the population and to reduce the entry and impact of new coronavirus. The meeting forms part of St. Lucia's risk management and preparedness strategy as the nation continues to mitigate against the arrival of the virus. Prime Minister Alan Chastanet is expected to return to St. Lucia on Saturday, the 7th of March. Minister for Economic Development, Housing, Urban Renewal, Transport and Civil Aviation, Guy Joseph, will serve as acting Prime Minister in his absence. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Stay with us. There's much more coming up after the break.